Alright, what's up you guys? I am here with the Wrestlemania 35 exclusive to the UK Fremantle release, alternate artwork, and I will say, this is one of the few I much prefer the original artwork, which you'll see here in a second. You know, you had your standard release in America here. But yeah, from the UK we have, I always love alternate artwork anyway. And plus, this is the Digipack. So you're going to automatically get just a better layout and everything. So, yeah, you know, your 3 main events, you know, and then your true main event down below there. I almost went to this WrestleMania, because I went to 34. I was like, might as well do 35. But, yeah, I just... you know, it's a 3-hour drive for me to go to New York, and I just didn't like the card that much, so I didn't go. And I'm going to say it's not a terrible WrestleMania, but it's not one that I go revisit. It's kind of just the most average WrestleMania for me, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's cool to see Kofi win. You know, Seth Rollins ended the dreaded Universal title reign of Brock there. I love Brock Lesnar, but yeah, we needed a real champion at that point. So you have your spine, your backing, not too much of a difference. And then slip cover. And I like how they put the original artwork below. So you kind of get the true Digipack, like what it would have looked like if it was not cheapened down into an Amory case. So, original artwork there. You got Becky on the back. Same spine. And then, yeah, you got Batista and Triple H, John Cena, Randy Orton and AJ Styles. That was a real dream match for me. Randy Orton and AJ Styles. Like, who would have thought in 2004 or 2008 even? Yeah. And then, usually I don't like to take the discs out, but there is new artwork, so I will do it. So, yeah, there you go. And then we do have your Takeover New York. Definitely one of my favorite NXT pay-per-views of all time is New York 2019. That was an absolutely phenomenal pay-per-view. Absolutely phenomenal. Can't pick it up. Good Lord. Yeah, you had the War Raiders versus Ricochet and Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle, Pete Dunne versus Walter. I do prefer Walter over Gunther. The Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Belts. Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, Bianca, and Io Shirai. And then the 2 out of 3 Falls match, Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. Just an amazing pay-per-view there. So, we do get your insert. We do have some more artwork there. Stupid Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle match. Look, nothing against Baron Corbin, but that's not Kurt Angle's final match, for God's sakes. Yeah, I have some real issues with this WrestleMania, if you can't tell. It's a little biased. I do not like this WrestleMania, but it's more just personal preference. It's not a terrible event, like I said. It just, I don't know. I really don't like this WrestleMania. Alright, so disc 1 we have Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, AJ Styles and Randy Orton. The Fatal 4-Way SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. That was probably my favorite match of the night. And that's really saying something. That was my favorite match. You have The Miz and Shane in the Falls Count Anywhere. The Fatal 4-Way for the women's belts. I really liked the Iconics back in the day, so glad they won that one. You have the new Daniel Bryan versus Kofi. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. in a waste of a match. And then you have the kickoff, Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight belt. Disc 2, you have Roman versus Drew. Roman's big match back. You have Triple H versus Batista. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. Bobby Lashley versus the Demon Finn Balor. And then your triple threat main event, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. You have more kickoff stuff here. You have the Revival versus Hawkins and Ryder, and then the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So disc 3, we have the Raw after Mania. You have the tag team title rematch, Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Ricochet and Aleister Black versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. You have Dean Ambrose versus Bobby Lashley in his last match. Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. And then Kofi versus Seth Rollins. And then Kofi and Seth Rollins versus The Bar. You have the Undertaker appearance on there. Because, yeah, he didn't appear at WrestleMania. John Cena did instead, kind of. So, yeah. WrestleMania 35. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. Not a big fan. I'm probably more critical about WrestleMania 35 than most other people. So, more just my own personal preference, I guess. And, I mean, my least favorite WrestleMania of all time is 32. I'll take WrestleMania 9 any day over that. Sorry. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. For now, peace out.